Welcome, rock stars. Yes. Okay, I think I figured out how to make it be like landscape mode. I remember last week I was totally in portrait mode and someone was like, "Why are you sideways?" So, welcome, rock stars. How are you? I will let you all start falling in here. Happy end of 2019, just about. Excuse me, I'm going to have to drink that coffee. Usually I have a drink and it's there for like ceremonial purposes, but I have to drink that coffee today. I'm super exhausted. I seem to find myself in this position all the time at the end of the year. I don't know if you guys are the same way, but like it seems to be no matter like how carefully I plan or whatever I try to do, when it gets to be like the end of the year and holidays, it's always so stressful. It's just like crazy crunch time, trying to get everything done for everybody that needs me, so that I can like actually travel and take the time to go visit family that I also need to see. And I try to plan it out so I have everything done, and I just can like never, I don't know, get it all together. Actually, that's not true. Last year, I was pretty on top of it. And I did pretty good this year, too. I had like the Christmas cards out last week and the last gifts mailed and everything wrapped. And like, so I did do good in that regard. But with the new businesses that I have, this one included, it's been a lot of extra responsibilities to make sure that like I don't just like disappear out of town and nobody knows where I am, or like can't place orders or on the site or get like help from me on their courses and stuff like that. So, but I'm gonna take care of it, right? Because RockStarBarGirl over here. So I'm pretty sure a bunch of you are probably going through the same thing. The holidays are super fun and really wonderful, and we get to see family, but it's also really stressful. And for those of you who are bartending, it can be kind of a tricky time, especially if your schedule is changing unexpectedly, or if you work in a place that has parties, private events. All of a sudden you could have a 200-person event happening, that you have to go to work for. Or many of you might be skipping out on spending time with your families to work on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. I've been there. I've done that plenty of times. So big shout out to all of the bartenders who will be behind the bar slinging drinks with smiles on their faces and giving great service throughout the holidays, while everyone else gets to enjoy the time off and time with their families. So big ups to you guys. We're a pretty awesome crew. So the video today, I'm gonna try to keep it short. I always say that, and then it gets to be 4:55 and 10 people show up and are like, what happened? What are we doing? I have a question. So I'm hoping that people file in here soon and ask their questions now if they have it. If not, don't ever worry. These videos, when they're done, first of all, you can go back and watch it from the beginning whenever you join in. But when the video is done, it will automatically post to YouTube so that you can rewatch this. And if you're not able to ask me any comments or questions during the live, you can always drop it for me down below and I will make sure to get to you. So let's get right into it. What I wanted to do today, because this is going to be the last live of 2019, there will not be a live next week. We will be back in effect on January 3rd at 4 p.m. So I wanted to take a moment to talk to you a little bit about some of the things that have happened in the RockStarBarGirl world this year, in case you didn't receive your notifications or didn't know about them, and give you an idea of what you can expect from 2020, in case there's something in particular you're hoping to see from me. I am totally open to feedback, so if you ever want to reach out to me and say, hey, could you start doing this, I would love to hear that. But I'll let you know what I have planned. So also, I just want to say hi to whoever's in here. I think there's one person in here. So whenever you tune into this video, please make sure to go ahead and like it. You don't have to wait until the end of the video to like it. You can click on the thumbs up at the bottom of the page, and that just lets me know that you value this interaction and helps YouTube to see that this video is worthwhile so that more people can see it and hopefully benefit from it. So 2019, I don't know about you guys, but it was a really big year. I feel like 2018 like kicked my butt. It was like awful. 2019 wasn't bad. It was just incredibly busy, kind of overwhelming, and a lot going on. But I think a lot of people are feeling that way, and it's really set us all up for like extreme success in 2020. So that's what I think is going on. But in case you didn't see some of the things that happened in the Rockstar Bar Girl world, the first thing that happened, which is the biggest thing that's happened to me to date, probably aside from getting into law school, dropping out of law school, and then getting married, and maybe getting my first apartment. Actually, it was a pretty big deal because I did that at 19 with like no roommates. So I was like bartending because of that bartending money. I thought I was the shit. So I definitely had a replay of that moment and think I'm the shit again, because in March of this year, RockStarBarGirl, which has been my baby for the last 5 years, my free YouTube channel with instructional videos, how-tos, and references, became an official business in March 2019, officially March 26th, that is my baby's birthday, 2019, became an official business. I became a sole proprietor. And, you know, it doesn't really mean anything aside from the fact that, like, I guess people could sue and I have to pay state taxes, which are actually filing is due today. So, you know, in the big scheme of things, it didn't really change too much, but man, did it mean a lot to me. I'm super proud of that, and really excited for what the future holds with Rockstar Bar Girl being an actual business. It's been something that I've done as like a hobby, but a very passionate hobby, for 5 years. I can't believe I've had this YouTube channel for 5 years. There are almost 100 videos at this point, and you know, aside from a couple of things that I'm looking forward to bringing to you, I really feel like I have covered just about every important instructional aspect and how to that anybody would need to know in order to break into this industry as a bartender. I have gone through the basics. I've taught you technique. We've talked about spirits and beer, and we're going to talk about wine soon. And I've taught you recipes, and most importantly, I'm super proud of the job search tips and things like that. 'Cause as you guys know, that's really my passion. I feel like anybody can make a drink, anyone can follow a drink recipe, but there's so much more into not only being a bartender, but getting a bartending job, especially when you don't have any experience. And I feel like I've provided you guys with so many resources and so many videos where we really got in depth into everything from resume writing to interview skills, just to what to do on your first training day. And I'm incredibly proud of all those videos and all that work. The job search playlist is definitely my favorite playlist, because that's why I started this channel in the first place, was to help people get jobs. I feel like anyone can follow a drink recipe. Anyone can teach someone how to put liquor in a cup. Not to knock anybody that focuses on recipes. That's super important. Obviously, it's a huge chunk of what you do. But my passion has always lied with teaching people how to be employable, how to present themselves excellently, and how to have the best chance of getting the job over everybody else that's applied. I feel like I'm exceptionally and uniquely good at that and at teaching that. And I'm just really proud of the videos that I've made on those topics, and the constant comments and emails that I get from you guys saying, thank you so much. I really needed this. I really appreciated it. It really helped me. Now I'm working in this industry because of you. Like, all of that means so, so, so much to me. And yeah, so it was a really big deal to turn this thing I'm super passionate about into an actual business that can present itself to the world in a professional capacity. So that happened. The other thing that happened that has also been an incredible labor of love is my full online course and website, The Fundamentals Every Bartender Must Know, dropped officially on August 1st, I believe. And that was the biggest challenge ever. I've been working on RockStarBarGirl for the last 5 years, as you know, but I've been doing it simultaneously with bartending and managing and consulting and doing all of these other things. And this was a huge turning point for RockStarBarGirl because I had to make the decision to not work. I'm a one-woman show. I do all of my own filming, all of my own editing. I created my website from scratch by myself, learned how to make a website, still learning. Marketing, everything, every single thing, every email, every phone call, everything is done by me. So I had to make the difficult decision to not return to work so that I could focus exclusively on getting that done. So the business officially started in March, and it took me from March until August to get everything done. Just to give you an idea of how much time went into making the course. And we're not talking about like me sitting on the couch. This is daily recording. The script for the course is an 88-page script. Just to give you an idea. So I had to start there. I had to start with just writing the script for all of the lessons to make sure that every single video is concise, every word is precise, every piece of information is exactly what I want it to be. So just writing the script probably took a good week or so. And then sourcing all of the ingredients and the tools that I needed, getting some new equipment that I needed, creating the website, just all of it. It was just a lot, and I knew that I couldn't work if I wanted to do it. So I had to make that decision, and I'm really, really glad that I did. I am so, so proud of the fundamentals every bartender must know. It's everything I want it to be. There are a couple new things, which I'll talk about when I talk about 2020, that are going to be going into the course to make it even better. So the price of the course isn't going to change. I'm just going to add 2 things in there that I feel like are really going to take it from great to like out of the park, absolutely everything a starting bartender needs to know. It's amazing right now. For those of you who have already purchased the course, just know that you have lifetime access to it, so you can purchase it at any time, and if ever I make any modifications to it, you have access to it, so don't worry about that. But I am going to add some things to it because I got this like really great idea. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself, but I'm super proud of the fundamentals every bartender must know. Not only did I create that course and create the package bundle that includes my custom RockStar Bar Kit, but I also wrote an ebook. I have a 40-page ebook called The Fundamentals Every Bartender Must Know that is an introduction to the course, and it goes over all of the topics, techniques, and materials that we cover in the course to date, and I just couldn't be more proud of that whole package. So I do hope that if you haven't already, at some point you get a chance to go and check out the RockStarBarGirl.com. If for no other reason than just to like make me feel nice, because it has taken so much to get it done. So yeah, that happened. And then this fall, some more exciting things happened in my personal life and in my online platform life. If some of you have tuned into my Aravino giveaway video, or if you follow me on Instagram, then you might already know that I have created a whole new internet world for myself. I am a Wiccan and a practicing witch, and I have been for 20 years or so, and that's always been really important to me, but that's been, like a part of my like private life. It's not really something I've ever talked about online. Not that I was trying not to, it's just like, you know, it doesn't come up in bartending. The two don't necessarily overlap. So I had a couple of really cool experiences that this fall though, that made me feel like, you know, I might want to explore this other creative side of myself. So in October, Bronx Witch was born. I created a new YouTube channel and a new Instagram page where I talk about and teach about all things witchcraft, Wicca, and tarot related. I do weekly tarot readings, and I post information about herbs and crystals and witchcraft practices and things of that nature. And I am unbelievably blown away by the support and the success that I've already seen on those platforms. It is amazing to me, especially because so many of the people who are following me on Bronx Witch or subscribe to my Bronx Witch YouTube are from this channel. So that was huge for me. I wasn't sure whether or not anybody would have any interest whatsoever. It was a total taking a chance kind of a thing, and to have so many people after I posted my giveaway video be like, oh my god, you have a spirituality channel, I am really into that, yes, I will follow you on there, come over and follow, has just been incredible. As a part of my personal practice, I have always made candles and incense and loose tea blends and things from scratch, because working with herbs is something I'm really passionate about and that I love. And someone basically asked me if they could buy something from me, which gave me the idea that like, oh, maybe other people might want these things and might want to purchase them from me. So on October 31st, I opened the Bronx Witch Bodega on Etsy. And I love my Etsy page. It's super cool. If you haven't checked it out yet, it's really easy to find. It's just etsy.com/shop/Bronx Witch Bodega. And it's the bodega, not the apothecary, because I got a little bit of everything in there, just like your local bodega. And yeah, I just freaking love it. And all of the purchases and the support and the orders and the interests and the favorites of my items and all of that good stuff has just been super cool. Very much looking forward to doing more with that in 2020. And yeah, I just want to say thank you guys. I want to thank you so much for the support of this channel, for tuning in weekly, for watching my videos, liking, commenting, subscribing, referring me to your friends, sharing my videos. I just cannot thank you enough. RockStarBarGirl would not be 5 years in if it wasn't for you guys tuning in and interacting with me on a regular basis. So I just could not be more appreciative. It surprises me so much that we have hit 9,000 subscribers. Like, what? That was nowhere near what I thought would happen when I first started the channel. You know, I thought maybe 100, maybe 200 people who were really dedicated and were really serious about learning to bartend, but couldn't go to bartending school or didn't know where to start, you know, would just tune in, watch a couple videos, and then like be on their merry way. So for some of you to have been following this channel since like the start, to have been here for years, to be watching so many videos and to be so engaged, it's unbelievable. Like, I'm gonna hit 10,000 subscribers soon, and like I cannot freaking believe that. Like, there are 10,000 of you that are willing to listen to what I have to say about this topic that I care so much about. It's just like, y'all are gonna make me emotional. It's amazing. I can't believe it, and I really, really thank you. I'm so, so grateful for each and every one of you. I hope that 2019 has been a wonderful year for all of you. I know it's been challenging, but I hope it's been challenging in all the ways that it's been challenging for me. Challenging in really good ways, in ways that have taught you a lot and that have got you motivated for the next year. Thank you for the like. Appreciate it. Just a reminder, you can always like this video. You don't have to wait till it's over. Just click the thumbs up down at the bottom of your screen. It helps me to know how people are enjoying this format and this material. So now that it's 2020, and there are a couple of you in here, so hi. If you want to say hi to me, you can. Hi. Hi. I hope your 2019 was awesome. I'm going to be asking anybody who is in here with me towards the end of the video to tell me like what your plans are for New Year's Eve, if you're bartending, what your plans are for 2020, if you already have a bartending job, if you're looking, if you still need my help, if you're struggling with your resumes, anything like that. So you can drop those comments now. I can always go back to them. So if you want to tell me what you're doing in 2020 or how you plan on ending 2019, I'd love to hear it. Oh my God, I'm trying to wean myself off of coffee. I don't. Hey, Labrisha. Hey, girl, I saw your name the other day. I think, did you comment or something? Or maybe subscribe? I'm not sure, but hello. I was thinking your name is so unique. Labrisha. It sounds exotique. Oh, coffee. I don't drink a ton of coffee. You know, it's like time to time. Tanya, hey girl, that's all right. Better late than never, no worries. I don't know if I'll be here like late like I usually do. I'm probably gonna try to end soon or right at 5 o'clock. But basically I've just given a recap of what has happened in the RockStarBarGirl world in 2019. But you have been a dedicated follower and I so appreciate that. You are a rock star, truly. So a lot of the things I talked about, you were probably there for because you're up on it, girl. You know what I'm up to. Yes, you joined the mailing list. Yes, Labrisha. What's up, girl? Welcome. Which is actually, I'm really glad you mentioned that. This is a perfect thing for me to talk about to segue into what's coming up for 2020. So if you guys have not yet gone to my website, therockstarbargirl.com, I absolutely really think that you need to do that for a couple of reasons. First of all, you want to join my mailing list. I'm not a spammer. I don't have time. Remember, I'm a one-woman show. I'm doing all of this myself. If you receive an email from me, I made that email myself, every picture, every link, everything. So I will not be spamming you. I just don't have the time. But I will occasionally send you emails about things that I don't necessarily post on YouTube anymore. So if you're not already on the mailing list, I really encourage you to do that if you want to stay on top of the things that I am releasing throughout 2020. First of all, hello, how you doing? So first of all, I really like giveaways and like sales and stuff like that. I'm just like cheesy. I like that whole thing. I like interacting and seeing people being like, yes, I want that, or oh my God, that's on sale. Yeah. So I try to, every time there's a holiday or any occasion or anything, put my course and the bar kit together and separately. Dima, there's your sirens. On sale. So I try to mention on my Instagram all the time when there is a sale, and I try to do like the YouTube post when there's a sale, but the YouTube posting is kind of weird. I don't know if you guys always get them. I don't always get them on my YouTube. Like for the people that I'm following, I don't always see that they posted something. So if you want to know right away when there's a sale or something going on or a giveaway or I'm giving away a free prize or something like that, free courses, you're going to want to be on the mailing list because that 100% is something that I always make sure goes out as soon as that really made you laugh, right? I mean, it's weird. It's like when you pop on the scene, it's the sirens. They know you like it, so it happens. You're going to want to know about that because when I do a sale on the RockStarBarGirl.com or I'm giving something away, the first thing I do is send out an email to everybody on the mailing list because everybody on the mailing list gets priority. Like I want to make sure mailing list people know about those things first. Also, some of, shout out to the Bronx, thank you. And also sometimes, especially in 2020, a lot of the discounts and giveaways that I'm going to be doing are going to be open only to mailing list members. So if you're already on the mailing list and you're just like automatically entered to win in those giveaways, so you definitely want to go and do that. It takes no time. You head over to the RockStarBarGirl.com and a pop-up literally pops up on the screen, says join the mailing list. You enter your name and your email and you're done. You'll get an email that says welcome, you're now on the email list, and then you probably won't hear from me again until something happens. So it's really easy, it's really low key, I don't get in your way. Oh, and when you join the mailing list, in your email, you get a link to my free 40-page ebook, The Fundamentals Every Bartender Must Know. So you get a free gift from me. If you're interested and curious about what the online course includes, then you immediately get it. You just click the link to download it right in your email. You don't have to go anywhere. And you got it. So joining the mailing list is easy and super beneficial. It's a really good idea. Like I said, I am not leaving YouTube. I'm not going anywhere. But my instructional information and a lot of my material is migrating over to my website, because my website is an academic platform. It's hosted by Thinkific, and it's specifically designed to be able to function as a course providing software like system. So on YouTube, I can give you videos and I can respond to your comments and questions, but that's really about it. Hey guys, coming in, welcome, welcome. We're talking a little bit about the website and what's coming up for 2020. YouTube, I can teach you, I can give you a video and I can answer your questions and your comments, but that's really about it. I can't give you downloads. I can't give you class notes, printed recipes, flashcards. I can't do quizzes to quiz you on material or assignments or anything like that. And I can do all of that on Thinkific. So that's what I've been doing. The instructional videos that I post, not only do they come with the video, but they also come with class notes, and in some cases like PDF, like stickers that you can make flashcards for the recipes that I provide. So it's just way more information that I can give you. So if you're interested in that, you want to be a part of the Rockstar Bar Girl mailing list. Also, if you're on the mailing list, every single class, everything that I post on the website is completely free. There is no charge for any of my classes or any of my materials. So even though I'm giving you more than what I can give you on YouTube, I'm not charging for it. It's still free. The only things that cost anything on my website are the online course, which makes sense. It's a fuck ton of stuff. It's a whole course that's going to take you like days to complete. And my Rockstar Bar kit, which comes for free with the course, or if you would like to purchase it separately, you can do that. So those are the only things on my course that cost anything. And as far as I can project into the future, those will be the only things on my page that costs anything. I am still committed to giving you guys this knowledge for free, because I really want people to be able to join this industry and not have to spend a ton of money just to feel confident and feel like they can do this job, because you don't need to do that. And yeah, I just want to keep giving you that material, but even more this time. So definitely sign up for the mailing list. That is really going to help you stay on top of everything, but also make sure you get first dibs on all the freebies and all the good stuff. What else is happening in 2020? So before I talk about some of the instructional things that are happening, I just want to let you know, especially for those of you just tuning in who didn't catch me in the beginning, there will not be a live video next week. We will be taking a break for the holidays. I will be in Chucktown, South Kakalaki. If you don't know how to translate that, that's Charleston, South Carolina. For those of you not familiar with the dirty South, I will be down with my family, celebrating the holidays and seeing my mom, who I typically only get to see once a year, and my sister and her baby, my unbelievably awesome niece and her husband, and yeah, the rest of my family. And I'm just going to be spending some time with them. So I might pop on just to say hi. If you want to hear from me or still interact with me, definitely follow me on Instagram if you're not already, at RockStar_BarGirl, because I'll probably go live or like pop in my stories throughout the holidays. Surprise, surprise, I am always on cocktail duty for our annual holiday Christmas breakfast, because yes, we drink at breakfast. So every year I get voted in. I don't know why we vote it. It's my thing, but every year we're like, who's gonna make the cocktail? Allie, can you make a cocktail? Yes, I came prepared. I brought some whiskey that I want you to try, or like da da da. Last year we brought whiskey from this really cool distillery here in New York, in Brooklyn, called Kings County Distillery. If you are a whiskey fanatic and you love quality whiskey, please check out Kings County Distillery in Brooklyn. They are freaking phenomenal. We took a tour with them for my husband's birthday in December and bought entirely too many bottles of whiskey from their shop and took a bunch of it with us down to Charleston to make cocktails for the Christmas party and Christmas breakfast. So this year, I'm not taking anything with me. I'm gonna kind of freestyle it. I'm probably gonna get like some local Charleston spirits and stuff like that. But anywho, I get voted to make the cocktail every Christmas. So I'll probably pop in on my stories to show you like what cocktail I end up making. It might be fun to kind of like show you a quick little tutorial on Christmas morning of me building it. That might be cool. If I can get my ish together, I might do that. So definitely follow me on Instagram if you don't already, at RockStar_barGirl, so that you can hear from me over the holiday week. But YouTube is going to kind of be dry. You're probably not going to hear from me until after the 1st, and there will be no live tip of the week until January 3rd. And I'm going to do something really cool for that. I haven't decided exactly yet. I think I know what it's going to be. Typically, the tip of the weeks have been just like a chat about, you know, ideas, recommendations, or topics. But I think this tip of the week we might actually go over to the bar and do something like instructional. Kick off the year with some education, because 2020 is going to be a big year for education for me. I have been spending so much time educating everybody else and getting my businesses off the ground and all that stuff that, you know, I'm starting to feel like I'm getting left behind a little bit, and like I'm not necessarily up on the latest trends and like getting as much knowledge as possible. So 2020 is going to be a big year for me. I am planning to get a certificate in herbalism so that I can start infusing my herbs into alcohols and honeys and syrups that I can make available to people. I already make herbal tinctures for medicinal and magical purposes, which you can find on my Etsy shop. So if you're into natural alternatives to medicine that's made with herbs and with vodka and alcohol base, go check that out. I'm already making that, but I want to learn more in that regard. I want to take a course on whiskey. I want to do some videos for you guys, which will be on the RockStarBarGirl.com, specifically about whiskey and about like going in depth in the spirits. I have friends who are experts on tequila, experts on rum, and I want to bring them in and do videos with them to break those things down for those of you who are interested in specific spirits. So yeah, so there's going to be a lot of cool stuff on RockStarBarGirl.com, all related to all of us together deepening our education and learning more about this industry. So for those of you who are really passionate, you're not just passing through, you are going to really enjoy the material that's going to be coming up in 2020. So I think I want to kick it off with like an educational tip of the week. So definitely stay tuned. If you haven't clicked the bell button or subscribed, do that, because you'll get notified when we go live. So if for some reason you forgot, especially because there's a week off, then make sure to do that. I already mentioned before, but in case it isn't clear, or those of you who are just joining, my instructional videos are only going to be available on my website going forward. I will still be on YouTube. Don't you worry. I will still be releasing information, and all of my material is still free. So don't worry about that. It's just that on my website, I can give you more and I can interact with you more, and that's what I want to do. So make sure to head on over to the Rockstar Bar Girl, check it out, and join the mailing list so you are a part of the community over there. And then I guess finally, I just want to let you guys know that there's going to be an opportunity to meet me in person if that is something that you are interested in. We talked. Is there something on my face? Maybe there's something on my face. If we talked already about Bronx Witch, about my Etsy page, Bronx Witch Bodega, and about the custom handmade materials that I make with herbs. I've learned so much in the past month. Oh, thank you, Tanya. I really appreciate that. That's why I do it. Thank you so much. Thanks for hanging out with me. You know, I am not the only bartender teaching how to make drinks and things on YouTube at all. So the fact that you choose to subscribe to my channel and watch my videos and tune into my lives is really big deal for me. So thank you. So I am going to be doing a little public appearance. It's about Bronx Witch. It's not necessarily like a RockStarBarGirl appearance, but like it's still me. So yeah. There's nothing on my face. Thank you. Thank you. Always coming through with like, you know, the lookout. I appreciate that. I'm like super shocked by this, but as I mentioned, I opened the Bronx Witch Bodega on Etsy on Halloween, and cannot believe that already it got the attention of Raw Natural Born Artists, which is a international artist collective that has showcases all over the country where they bring together 50 or 60 artists in each city who are fashion designers, entertainers, dancers, singers, visual artists who paint, sculptors, creative craft people, vendors, jewelry makers, like basically anybody who makes something from scratch with their bare hands. And the people that they include in these showcases are freaking amazing. I've been looking at the sites of the other artists that are in the show that I'm going to be participating in, and I'm like, what? Like, they are amazing. So the fact that Raw reached out to me after me having my page for a couple of weeks is just like, I don't even know how they found me. Like, it's just amazing. And so I'm super honored that they have asked me to participate in the next New York City showcase, which is the Raw Premiere Showcase, happening on January 29th at 7 p.m. at the Melrose Ballroom. I am going to be there in my Bronx Witch capacity. I'll be selling my custom candles and ritual bath salts and incenses and loose teas. My herbal tinctures will be on display, my crystals, and I will be doing free tarot readings at my table. So I'm really excited. I've already drafted out my template for like what my table's gonna be. I ordered my banner and like, yeah, I'm just really excited to do my first show. I'm also horrified, but I think I got this. And yeah, I'm really excited about that. So for any of you who are in the New York City area and would like to meet me, this is a great opportunity to do so. 2020 is going to be very, very busy for me. So I don't know if I'll be able to do any type of public events. Of course, if I'm bartending, I always let you guys know that. So definitely follow me on Instagram at RockStar_barGirl. Because if I'm bartending anywhere, if I'm doing bartending any events or anything like that, that is where I will post it. So if you want to pop up on me and come get a drink from your homegirl, then follow me there because I always post on that. But I'm not doing, as far as I know, any exactly any scheduled appearances. So this will be the one time that you can come and meet up with me, but also get a chance to see what I do when I'm not bartending and stuff and what I do with my life. Yeah, it should be really, really cool. So you can purchase a ticket. There is a link down in the description box below. If you're not in New York, but you know someone who is in New York, you can get them a ticket as a gift. For those of you who haven't gotten people their Christmas gifts yet and you're like, oh crap, down to the wire, just buy them a ticket. It's digital. Super easy. If you can't buy a ticket, or you're not going to be in the area or know anyone who is, you can always just repost my posts from Instagram or Facebook about it just to show support, or you can donate to my Cash App to help me reach my goal. I do have to sell 20 tickets to reach the threshold that I need to participate, but just telling people about it is like more than enough. So thank you guys for your support in that regard, and I'm really looking forward to meeting you. Some of you have already bought tickets and said you're going to be there, so I am looking forward to meeting you and like putting a face to the name. Someone asked, what am I nervous about specifically? We're back. Is everyone there? Are we back? Okay, we're back. We're good. Yay! Okay, the phone popped out of its little like holder thing. I should probably get a new one for Christmas. All right. Okay. So someone asked, what specifically am I nervous about? Well, things like that. Things that you can't expect happening, and being able to deal with it. You know, this is my first like show. Like, I sell on Etsy. That's a very like contained environment where everything sort of happens like one at a time. So someone goes on my Etsy page, they go and they place an order, and then I can deal with that order individually, package it up, ship it out to them, you know, all of that good stuff. And I can make items on a time frame that works for me. If something sells out on my Etsy page, it sells out, and you know, that's it, it sells out, and then there will be more when I, you know, replenish it. Oh, you love my show. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Any thumbs up will always help the YouTube algorithm show me to other people. So I appreciate the love, the comments, the likes, the subscriptions, all of that. So yeah, so doing my shop in real life though is different because I don't have that type of like control over the environment. I need to make sure that I have products that people are interested in, because it is, you know, an expense for me to participate in the show in the first place. I had to buy a banner, I had to get business cards, I had to buy shopping bags, I had to get a cash box, I had to get on Square and get a Square reader so I can take payments. I have to advertise and market that this show is happening. I had to get packaging for all of my individual items. There are products that I'm going to need to make because I have like a fairly healthy inventory here in my apartment of the things that are available on my Etsy page, just so that when people order, I can fulfill their order right away. But it's not necessarily enough to take care of a show. There's supposed to be 800 to 1,000 people at the show, which makes sense. All of the 60 artists that are participating are required to sell a minimum of 20 tickets. So you do the math right there. You know, you can imagine if even only half of those people show up, that is a ton of people that are going to be walking by my table. I've had to recruit a friend to assist me. I think I would need someone to assist me anyway. But because I'm going to be offering tarot readings, I definitely need someone to help me, because I need someone to be there to talk about the products and sell the products to people who are buying while I'm doing readings for people that are interested in getting readings. So I've recruited my A1 from day one, my writer, one of my dearest friends, Amanda Swanson, agave sommelier here in New York City at Fine and Rare. Look her up. She teaches these freaking phenomenal classes on agave spirits, so that's tequila and mezcal, that are so dope. And of course, you know, in 2020 I'm going to be recruiting her to teach a tequila class on my website, so stay tuned for that. But she has agreed to help me out. But of course, she is a very, very busy woman, and you know, her career in mixology comes first. So if anything comes up, you know, she won't be able to do it, and I could end up without an assistant, and so I'm nervous about that. I'm I'm nervous about people. It's funny, I'm nervous about people not coming to the table and like me just standing there with like hundreds of dollars worth of stuff. And I'm also nervous about people coming to the table because I have to talk about my products and myself, and you know, that's always hard. Selling anything is difficult. I think selling yourself can be one of the most difficult things, but I also think that if you get good at it, which is a big part of bartending, you will have incredible success, not just in bartending, but in anything you do. If you can sell yourself, you will be successful because I think what any of you will learn if you try to open up businesses of your own or do your own thing is there might be a million people doing what you're doing, a million people teaching the thing you're teaching, making the thing you're making, but none of them are you. None of them are you. So if you can sell yourself, it doesn't matter. If a million other people are doing exactly the same thing, you'll be the successful one. Because people really want to learn about you. And I think especially nowadays, people really care about what their products are made out of and where they come from. And so it's been really fun for me teaching people on my Bronx Witch page about the herbs that I work with, the crystals I work with, where I source them from, why sustainability is important to me, why ethical treatment of the earth is important to me. Yeah, but I've got to sell other people on it, you know, and tell them like why you should buy my soap and my bath salt and why you should care about the fact that, you know, all the herbs in this oil are locally sourced and, you know, organic and things like that. So that's a little bit nerve-wracking. Also, I'm just a bit of a perfectionist. You know, got that Leo, Sun, Libra, Moon. So I want everything to look right. I want it to be presented right. I want it to be aesthetically pleasing. I want it to be functional. I want the table to flow right, people to have space. You know, I want it to be right. So I kind of am jealous a little bit of people who can kind of just be like, I'm just gonna do this and like present kind of like a not a half-ass, but like a maybe not perfect product, and just do it, you know, because a lot of times, like I said, it's you that matters. Like people don't care if your tablecloth is. I was over here the other night, like freaking out trying to find the exact dimensions of the table that I'm going to be provided by the venue in order to make sure that the tablecloth was like the exact length. And I was like, wait a minute, like it's a tablecloth. Like if it's too big, I can tuck it under. If it's too small, who cares? Like, you know, so stuff like that is hard for me. So I want everything to be just right. And sometimes I spend too much time focusing on that. Every once in a while, I have to tell myself like, just do it, you know, just do it. So yeah, so that all of that is just, it's nerve-wracking. Also, I do have this requirement to sell these 20 tickets. So before I even get to the show, I need to meet this threshold in order to be able to afford to participate in the show. So that's a little nerve-wracking too. I'm blown away by the fact that I have sold so many tickets already. So for those of you who have bought tickets for yourselves or for loved ones, or those of you who just donated, thank you so much. Like when I got that first ticket sale, I was like, oh my God, okay. All right, here we go. Like when you have none is when it's really crazy. And then when you get the one, you're like, all right, I can maybe do this. So I truly appreciate it. For those of you who are wondering, information is down below where you can purchase a ticket, donate, or if you go on my Instagram or Facebook, you can just watch these really cool videos that I made that tell you all about it. Do you plan on dressing the part of a traditional witch? That is a really good question. So I don't know what you know about witchcraft or anything like that. The term traditional witch is a very vague term, because witchcraft is a practice. So it's practiced all over the world by all different walks of life. So a witch in the Santeria faith doesn't necessarily look like a witch of the Kabbalah Jewish magical practice, I think you mean like, am I going to wear a pointy hat and stuff? Not necessarily, but I think that's actually really funny. Hold on, I'm going to show you something. So I went to Pagan Pride this year in New York. I try to go every year, and I got this dope ass hat. Check that out. Ow! It's like just a regular wool hat, but then it's got a little point on it. Isn't that cute? So yeah, I might wear that hat, but probably not. Like I don't want to be distracted by anything. I think when you wear costumes or dress up and stuff, it can be a little distracting because then you're worried about like, whether your outfit is right. I am always wearing symbols and crystals that are of importance to me spiritually. So those will be on as usual. And yeah, I think you guys would kind of be surprised if you saw me in my real life, like just walking around. It is pretty witchy, but not necessarily the way you think. Like it's not necessarily like flowing black clothing and like pointy hats. I look kind of more like the little old witch in the neighborhood that like people are like kind of worried to walk by her house, and they're like, that lady is a witch, and she wears like oversized everything, and she's kind of like always carrying shopping bags or like feeding the cats in the neighborhood. That's me. Yeah, so yeah. So witchy, yes, always, but not necessarily like in a good way. It's really just me kind of looking. I look like I smell like patchouli, and I wear clothes that, I dress up, I get my Fashion Nova, especially if I'm bartending, I know how to look the part. But in my everyday life, I like flowy clothing. I like plaid. I like things that I could garden in, that I can spill oil on and be okay with, that I can get wax on. I do a lot with candles, so I get a lot of wax on stuff. So it's got to be stuff that I can like pick the wax off of or stuff like that. Hansel and Gretel, Halloween. Yeah. With like your personal. Yeah, no, not really. Nah. Especially because like my brand is Bronx Witch, so I'm not sort of trying to look like, I'm from like the Norse Wood or anything like that. Like I'm a practicing witch that lives in the Bronx. I take the train, like, yeah. Witchcraft is an old practice, but it's very much relevant to the modern world, and something that can be really easily a part of like your everyday life. And you can do ritual, and you can dress up and kind of do the whole old world thing, or you can try to be really sort of like modern day witchy with the like edgy look kind of thing, and that's totally cool. Lots of people do it, and from time to time I indulge myself, but at the end of the day, witchcraft for me is tied to my spirituality, and it's about being empowered and using my own energy and my own understanding of the way nature and the universe works to improve my life and improve the life of my family and friends, and I guess now clients, customers. People come to me for readings and spiritual services. So it's a very everyday thing. I do a little bit of magic every day. Yeah, so costume, not necessary so much, but that's why I'm putting so much attention and energy into my table, probably a little bit more than I need to make sure that my table and my items and everything are witchy and really give the vibe. And there's gonna be incense at my table, and there's gonna be candles lit. I got the okay from the venue to have lit candles, and you know, there'll be beautiful crystals and tarot cards and herbs everywhere and all that good stuff. So it'll be a beautiful witchy setup. But yeah, the work that I do is everyday work. So yeah, so no, I totally get it. Like having a theme is important, you know, like I totally understand the concept of branding, you know. If you guys look through my pictures over the years for RockStarBarGirl, you know, you'll notice things like pink nails that are my RockStarBarGirl pink, and you know, things like that. So like I understand the fact that you have to grab attention from people, for sure. A lot of that is going to be done by my table, which is going to be really beautifully arranged, and in a position. I know the Melrose Ballroom, so I requested a specific space from the director. Hopefully I get that space, but I kind of know where I want to be situated because I know that the lighting there is really good and it's away from the sound part of the stage so that people can hear me clearly. So you guys, fingers crossed that I get the spot in the venue that I want or something comparable. It's also right by the bar. I know what I'm doing. So yeah, so my table's gonna be that way. You know, I will be dressed in a way that makes me feel like the Bronx Witch. You know, so I think people will definitely get that vibe. Oh my God, we're back. Are we? We're back. Okay, somebody get me a new holster for Christmas. Can y'all do that? This is my holster. I love my you know, my setup here is called a Gorilla Pod, but like the little part that holds the phone, I think has started to come loose. But anyway, so yeah, so I will be, you know, dressed the part of Bronx Witch. And a big motivation for me giving my tarot readings at the table is for that reason. That's gonna draw people in. People like free things. And people like tarot readings regardless of what their like spiritual background is. For some reason everyone likes a tarot reading, so I'll be doing free tarot readings at the table, just to get people to walk over. My crystals, the crystals that I have sourced for the show, I'm so excited about. They're not available on my Etsy because I actually don't want anybody to buy them. I want to save them for the show, but I've got these huge, beautiful purple amethyst geodes from Uruguay that are just stunning. I've got these really, really nice, huge selenite wands. I have these palm stones that are rhodonite, and rhodonite is this beautiful pink and red and brown colored stone. So yeah, so I'm just excited because the crystals that I got alone should get people's attention because they're big and they're beautiful, and yeah. They're awesome. So we're coming up on an hour. I've talked about everything that is going on in 2020 and how you can be a part of it. And I have talked about 2019 and all that RockStarBarGirl did. And thank you, thank you, thank you so much for bringing me to this point, you guys. Almost 10,000 subscribers and 5 years of just a really, really cool community that doesn't hesitate to take the time to say thank you and to let me know that I have been a part of your educational journey and your entry into hospitality and into bartending. And I just couldn't be more appreciative that so many of you have tuned in and keep tuning in. So I'm really excited for 2019 or 2020 and what I'm gonna bring. Before I head off, if anybody has any last minute comments or questions for this year, please get them to me now, so I'm gonna tune out in about a minute. And if there's anything you want me to know about what you are doing for New Year's Eve, or if you're bartending, go ahead and let me know. But if you're watching this after the live has already ended, don't worry, you can always drop a comment or a question down below. I always make sure to respond and get back to you guys. So I'll give you guys a second to sign off if you have any last things to say to me. This is not sugar in the bottom of my coffee, by the way. I just noticed that, and I feel like I need to say that because that would be cray. I actually don't use white sugar at home anymore. I use organic raw coconut sugar. You know, black people be getting the diabetes, trying to make sure I stay healthy. So I don't do that. That's like, I think that's just like the creamer. It's soy creamer, so it kind of like congeals weird. Okay, thank you. Yeah, happy holidays to you. Thank you so much. For those of you who have been so dedicated and tune in every week, watch my videos, comment on everything. Like, you guys are super, super dope. It's really cool. Like, I know a lot of people kind of come and they go because, you know, you come, you take what you can from me for free, and then you go about your business. And that's fine. That's the nature of the beast. But for those of you who stick around, especially those of you who are already bartending and don't necessarily need to do that, you know, I really appreciate that you have been like a part of this community and along for this ride with me. So thank you guys so much. I just want to send you the most amazing blessings for the end of this year. I hope that 2020 kicks off for you in a really, really big way. And I hope to see each and every one of you back here on the first Friday of the year, January 3rd at 4 p.m. to go live in 2020. Cue the sirens, because we're tuning off in New York City. All right, guys. Thank you so much. You absolutely are rock stars. I really appreciate it. I will see you in the next video. Bye, rock stars.